A lot of that really, like we have 3 people full time on test benches testing every single woofer that comes in from China.
What?
Jeez. So
Yeah,
you,
I don't know if you saw that. Derek did a little interview with one of
yeah.
our test bench guys, Hunter, the other day, and that's all he does every day, 40 hours a week. Is he gets woofers out of the box, he checks them, he tests them, puts a sticker in, passes them or fails them. We actually unpackage and test every subwoofer and every amplifier. The only stuff we don't test every unit of is our component sets
Is
and
that
Jeez.
tweeters.
true? Is that for real?
Yeah,
You
That's
test
for
every sub and every amp that comes to
everyone.
you. Holy crap!
like
I did not know that.
what do
And
you look for? Like what's a? I
Well,
mean, because everything I bought from yard sale has lasted till now. You know, I haven't
right.
killed it.
Well, we're
I,
extremely particular. What we do is we take it out, and then we do a cosmetic check. If there's certain things, especially depending on the price. Like the more expensive woofer, we're more picky. The cheaper woofer, some things might slide. But the first thing we look for is excessive glue around the dust cap. We don't really want a lot of that. We don't want like glue spots on the surround. We don't want blemishes on the cone, especially things from the front. Then we'll look at the basket. Sometimes we'll see like sticky finger epoxy marks from the factory. That'll be B stock, things like that. Then we take them, we hook them up to the test bench. We have a certain track that we always play, and our guys,
I love that
we
track.
teach them what to listen for. And if it makes any sounds up to complete full excursion and free air, it fails. It goes to the yard sale. Now this is like actual. We power them to full excursion, and we play a broad range of frequencies
Jeez.
because some rub and buzz noises don't happen. They might not even happen at 20 hertz at full excursion, but they'll happen at 50 hertz at half excursion.
right.
So that's why we use that track. It has a lot of diverse sounds in it.
What about the amps? How do you do that?
So every single amp comes out of the box. Again, visual inspection. It's very rare to have a cosmetic blemish on an amp, but if there is, usually it's just like some of the factory like hit it with a screwdriver or something. So those will go to B stock. There's not really a lot for yard sale amps from QC. Usually the yard sale amps are used trade-ins from our team. But anyway, so we hook them up we actually have actual subwoofers for sub amps and an actual car head unit. Put RCAs in, hook them up to the sub, play it full bore for about 10 seconds, make sure everything's cool. We turn all the knobs back and forth. And then for full range amps, we actually have like full range speakers we hook up to, and we flip the crossover switches to make sure they work and things like that. So we'll get onto that subject now. A stable product like the SCV 3000, which I approved for production like 3 or 4 years ago, and when we first came out, then we tested a ton of them. So I'm like, all right, this product is good to go. As long as we do the QC inspection, they play. I don't have anything to worry about. I've been doing this for 12 years. And what's going on right now, again, like I told you, Taylor, personally, I don't know 100% exactly because I'm still dealing with my factory, but we suspect that some of our specifications got mixed up and the rail voltage got lowered. Now, that doesn't do anything like when we test it and hook it up. That's nothing that you're going to hear, anything like that. So it doesn't cause the amp to fail, doesn't cause it to be unreliable, none of that.
Right.
And honestly, as we all know, the amp still does 3,000 watts as we promised, but it should do more than 3,000 watts. Obviously, that's not something we want to happen, even if it's only minuscule. And so, I mean, frankly, honestly, from here on out, anytime we get a new batch in, I'm going to have the guys throw one on an amp dyno as well. I've done it twice, and I toured every manufacturer of every single part of my subwoofers down to the terminals. I went to the terminal supplier. They're like, "Do you want to go to the terminal supplier?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." They're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, I want to meet this guy." The terminals for speakers are made by hand for the most part. There's like little old ladies at the machine, like machining brass rods into the 2 pieces of a terminal. Yeah, this is for real. I have videos on my phone. I should post them at some point.
You should.
Like they're individually making
That's
these little
crazy.
pieces of terminal. And I visited the magnet factory, the basket factory, the cone factory, the spider factory. Everyone. I visited all of them. And these people build what you say based on what you're willing to pay them. And I even had conversations with these guys. I'm like, "So what would you do if somebody called you and said they wanted a spider for 50 cents? They're like, "Well, make them one."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What would you do?" Which is what I do. I was like, "Call you and make the best spider you can make." We'll make that too. It's going to be $20. I'm like, "But you'd also make a 50-cent spider?" Like, "Yeah, totally would." Because we don't want to lose the contract. So we're going to find whatever bullshit fabric we found on the hill out there. But they will also, if you pay them, they will make you a fantastic product.
Yeah.
Most of these American companies will only quote you 1018. which is not magnetic enough for the Nightshade version 4.
Right.
The Nightshade version 4 requires minimum 1008, right? And so when they're quoting me 1018, I'm going to have a decrease in performance for more money. For what? For 6 people on I Just Want to Bang to be like, oh, it's made in America now?
That's right.
That's the highlight of the show. That's the highlight of the show.
Bring better product. Holla. Jesus.
I mean, if you want to pay me $10,000 for Nightshade version 4, I'll make the whole damn thing in America.
What about like the stuff that you see on like Woofers, etc., like the crazy big sites that everyone know what, like Amazon or whatever. All that stuff comes through you.
Etc. does most of our Amazon.
So all that stuff comes through you first. It doesn't just go straight to them and.
Absolutely not. We will absolutely not do that. And they've asked. They said, "Can you send shit straight to us?" I'm like, "No." We will absolutely check every single piece before I put my name on it. Every single piece will be looked at by somebody. You know, is somebody occasionally going to make an error? Yes. But am I 99% more comfortable with a customer getting a product that somebody has at least looked at? Absolutely. Because I will not sell you something that I'm not proud of. Period.
Can you not give Ronnie a Nightshade 8, please? I'm tired of seeing his numbers. Don't.
I'm working on it.
No, do not. No, don't give it to him. Don't.
He's being serious.
Don't give
the basket patent pending right now.
Like, just let him figure out something else. I'm tired of seeing his high numbers for tiny little subs.
Oh, it's happening. So the Nightshade V4.
Like most of the radials, they're like rectangles facing a gap. And so instead of a gap being a perfect circle, it resembles like a dodecahedron or something like that, like 20-sided, whatever, however many sides. You know, so your magnetic flux is not perfectly identical. Also, with the problem with tolerances, one magnet might be closer than the other one, so you might end up with a